Om Shanti. Just a second. Stop. A fresh look to forgiveness. जिनको हिंदी में सुनना है जूम में, हाँ, नीचे की ओर आपको इंटरप्रिटेशन दिखाई देगा, वहाँ पर आप क्लिक करके हिंदी लैंग्वेज सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. So I think this is a very interesting topic, and it has a lot of depth also. On one side, we feel that it is very easy, right? Many times we say these words, I forgive you, right? But really ask yourself, do I really forgive at that time? Right? So what is happening? So forgiveness, when we look at it, I think forgiveness could be bifurcated into multiple sections. One could be forgiveness for the self, and I would say other is forgiving others. So you can bifurcate into two sections of it, right? But I think the process is pretty much same. And why I really want to forgive? For what? If you have to pause, why? What is a genuine reason to forgive? I think the most important reason is to forgive so that I can set myself free. Right? Free from whatever I am holding. Right? It could be feelings of hatred, revenge. It could be many things. But the bottom line is to make myself free. Or I would say to heal myself. And that is why I need to forgive. Right? If the reason is that I want to forgive so that I will be seen as a better person, a good human being, or maybe I forgive because so that I feel good, because I am a nice person and I want to see myself as nice. So what I will do, I want to forgive. Right? But is that real forgiveness? Is it going to let go whatever hurt, whatever sorrow, whatever suffering I'm carrying on? Am I going to free myself really from it? If I'm just doing it superficially, right? So forgiveness can only happen when you are, when you have gone through something, when you have owned something, right? And you want to let it go, then only you can forgive, right? Forgiveness cannot come that, okay, if you see an event, right, between two people, and then you have watched that event and that was not a very good thing to see, maybe a controversy between two people, or some give and take between two people, and I say, oh, I forgive. That's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is something, some sorrow, something which I am holding on to and which doesn't allow me to be my real self, right? So that is what I have to let go, right? That is what I have to forgive myself for. And so, and real forgiveness is when I forget whatever has happened. I am 100% free from it when I forget that event. Then I have really forgiven myself, or if it is in the case of others, I have forgiven really them. Otherwise, what happens? The same feelings, the same things, you keep on thinking about it. You time to time you feel that again and again. The same event, the same person keeps coming into your awareness, right? And it could be in the form of a revenge, or it could be in the form of feeling low, feeling having sorrow at that time. So those things keeps on coming. This is what I really want to be free myself from, right? So how to do that, right? So again, for that I need to have compassion. If, say for example, let's start with self. Many times what we do, when the things doesn't go right, or when I make a mistake, what we do? We punish ourselves. We become strict with ourselves, right? In many different ways, right? You will make yourself aloof, right? Lonely, first of all, because you did something not right, right? You will not try to mingle. You will not try to, like, say for example, there is a gathering where everyone going to meet. What you will do, you will try to find an excuse and not go there. So these are also things which you don't like about yourself, and you want to really punish yourself, right? So why it is done, right? And like mistakes do happen, like failures do come in life, but why I am not able to forgive myself? So find that reason. What is that reason, right? Because what happens is, like, say for example, an event which has happened, which was because of my mistake, or maybe I met a failure, whatever that event is, that experience which you had, that event or situation only gave you an experience only at that time. But if I am weak, right, if I'm not able to take it, then what happens? Then I remind myself again and again of that event. And what I'm doing, I'm causing more and more sorrow to my own self. Isn't it? So the pain increases much more by bringing that into my consciousness, right? Is it sensible to do? Right? And what it brings, it brings guilt, right? It brings sorrow, it brings suffering, it brings distaste for my own self, right? Dislike for my own self. So instead of that, become a friend of yours, and be nice to yourself. Understand the reason which has caused it, right? Try to eliminate that reason, right? try to see how I can overcome that, work on that. And if you start that process, right, of changing my own self, changing my perspective, it will help you to heal yourself. It will help you to free yourself from that guilt. Right? And for that you have to do something in present. You cannot say, oh, I forgive you now, and now it is okay. Just by saying that, it doesn't happen, right? If I have made a mistake, then I have to change that mistake. And that mistake has to be changed now. And now means putting that into my action, right? That's where you can forgive yourself. Because you see yourself that I am changing now. I have learned from my mistake and I am now becoming better, right? That's where you are really able to forgive yourself, so that you can overcome the things which were not in the best form, where I was not at my best, right? And see it from that perspective also, right? And that we do you find a successful person who has never met a failure? If you listen to so many autobiographies of great people, you will find that they have also made mistakes, right? So be easy on yourself. Don't be so strict, right? Many times people have that kind of a mentality, right? Those who are perfectionist, they want everything perfect. Yeah, it is good to be perfect, but if something goes wrong, right, when I'm not 100%, at least give that room for yourself, that it's okay, I will become perfect. If I'm not, if I'm right now 90%, 80%, it's okay. I can slowly and gradually reach to my perfection, right? So give that benefit to yourself, that it's okay. Be little liberal to yourself, right? And so mistakes do happen, but you learn from mistakes and become better, right? So this is one way to approach your own self, right? If, say for example, there was some misunderstanding, or I made a wrong decision, at that time, whatever situation was, that whatever understanding I had, I actually put that understanding into practice, and that's how I maybe have behaved at that time, or the way I have reciprocated to a situation, right? But now I have become more sensible. Now I am more understanding. So now see it from a different perspective, right? So whatever has happened has happened. But now I will change. Now I will improve myself in my vision, in my action, in my attitude, right? So this is how you can overcome the guilt which I am carrying for myself and make myself completely free from that, right? Whatever that outcome was, but make yourself completely free now, right? And be a better person, a new person from now on, right? Because change, I have to bring a change. And whenever there is an awakening, the change starts from there. So consider this to be a very good day where I am promising myself, I am committing to myself that I will now do things in a better way, right? I will not be the same one as I was even few seconds back, right? Can we all do that? Can we make that promise to yourself so that you can release all that negative energy which I am holding for my own self, right? And then the second thing is about forgiving others. When someone has caused me a sorrow, someone has done something wrong, right, and which is not fair, which could be injustice, do you think I can forgive them, right? Many times we think that, oh, if this person has done something to me, I'm going to show that person, and I will do the same thing to that person. I am also capable. Many times these kind of thoughts come, right? That whatever I have gone through, I will make that person also go through the same. When I have these kind of feelings and these kind of thoughts or this kind of an intention, what I am doing is I am making things even more complicated, right? And in that I will feel restless, I will feel peaceless. And that is not the answer. What I want in my life is peace and happiness. But if the more I hold on to those things, what happens? It brings suffering, right? It brings feelings of discomfort, right? Frustration, right? You feel that you are in bondage. Many things you come which are not very good things. These are ugly things which comes into your mind, right? So whatever that scene is, what I have to do, because the one who holds it is going through the pain. Understand that, right? Maybe someone caused sorrow to me, but if I hold on to that, who is going to experience that sorrow? Right? Myself. And many times we do that. The events which has happened maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we hold on to it. That this one did this to me. This one caused sorrow to me. This one said in this way. And we hold on to those things. And it magnifies the more I remember. Isn't it? And so ask yourself, why am I doing it? Do I like it? Definitely not. Then why I am holding it? Right? So understand, realize that if I am holding it, it is not going to make the things better in my life. Right? And I have not really forgiven them, and that is why it is still causing me sorrow. Do I want to experience that sorrow even now? Right? If you don't want to be, then go through this exercise that why I am doing it then. And the simple solution is to forgive them for what they have done. Right? What they have caused, they may have done unknowingly or knowingly, it really doesn't matter, right? And whatever they have done, it is the law of karma that they have to go through, or they have to handle that karma because they have caused it, right? But I don't want to drag myself into that same feeling, same experience now. And if that is my decision, that I don't want to carry myself, drag myself into the same feeling, right? Then what I want to do, then I need to forgive that individual so that I become free. Right? Does it make sense? So today in the meditation experience, whatever you are still holding, it could be for yourself or it could be for someone else, right? If you really want to experience peace, happiness, right, then create this feeling of compassion and forgive them really from your heart, right? And forgive it in such a way that you are able to forget them, forget that event, right? So let's go into deep reflection and let's free ourselves from the burden which we are carrying. Om Shanti. Sit comfortably. Make sure your back is erect and sit in a position where you can sit without moving, but not being rigid. Stay easy and light. Shanti. Let me connect to my real self. As there is a world outside, and there is so much happening out in the world, in the same way there is an inner world. And this inner world is of thoughts and feelings and past memories. It's a world in itself. See yourself being very sensible. One who understands what has gone through in my life. And I also know now the power of forgiveness. scan your whole life by seeing it as a detached observer. See it as a movie. And in this movie, do you see any events which you are still holding? Or while scanning through the life, are there any events which stand out? And which could be negative? Take time and gradually see how you have lived life. Is there anything which is unresolved? Is there anything which I have not understand even now? Having a big heart and a positive approach. Look at those same things. If I'm carrying any negative emotions with it, why I'm carrying it, try to find that answer. Go deep within. And be very, very optimistic. And forgive. And by forgiving, I am making myself free from it. I I'm healing myself. I have good wishes for myself and for the person who has done it. This is the only way to free myself. And so, having this deep understanding, I let go any negative emotion which I was carrying up till now. The more I share good wishes, I feel light. I feel I am at peace. Whatever they have done, I really forgive them from my bottom of my heart. I'm really forgiving them and sending good wishes. Let me share good wishes to all individuals whom maybe I have caused sorrow. Knowingly or unknowingly, I could have done something to others. And if I know that deep within that my actions were not right, ask for forgiveness. bring those individuals in front of you and really ask for forgiveness. And I do believe the thoughts and the vibrations which I create for any individual, it definitely reaches to them. And this also helps me to release the burden which I'm carrying of my own actions. I'm sorry for my actions, and also I promise to my own self that I will never ever perform similar actions. And I will change from now onwards. I have good wishes for everyone. I accept everyone as they are. This allows me to have a positive outlook. By sharing good wishes, I feel so good. I feel so light. I'm really now in tune with my true self. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Anyone has any questions? I know it's a very vast topic, and each and every event and situation could be very, very different. And so give some time to yourself, reflect on it as we did this meditation practice. Do that many times, and you will find whatever understanding you require to really forgive, that understanding will come. It will not happen in a fraction of a second, but if you keep on practicing this, you will find the answers so that you can be calm and serene. Anyone has any questions? Okay. Okay then, good night, and I hope that you work on it and really make yourself free. And then you will see the way to live life is very, very different then. If you are not holding on to anything, then life is very different. Full of energy, full of positivity, hope and enthusiasm. Okay, I think someone is asking for a recording. So if you want to listen to this again, you can go to youtube.com/@bkadison, and you will find all the recordings over there. Okay. So thank you very much for joining us, and see you again next Tuesday with a new topic. Okay. Good night and Om
Thank you.
Shanti.
Thank you.